What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do an updated Q&A and I'm also going to be eating my beautiful lunch by Home Chef. And thank you to Home Chef for sponsoring today's video. And it's nap time right now, so I'm going to sit here and just chat with you guys, hang out with you guys, and also eat my beautiful lunch. Really fast before I get started with the Q&A, if you're not familiar with what Home Chef is, y'all need to check it out. Seriously, a lifesaver when it comes to cooking throughout the week. We treat ourselves to one Home Chef box a month, and that is seriously my favorite week of the month because it makes dinner so easy. So basically, Home Chef is a meal delivery service that sends you fresh ingredients right to your front door. You can customize your delivery dates and easily skip weeks within your account. Also, meals rotate weekly, so you never have to eat the same thing every week if you decide to do this every week. Whenever you order your Home Chef box, it comes with an easy to follow recipe cards and fresh pre-proportioned ingredients. So if you're not very good at cooking, this is a great service for you because it literally gives you step-by-step instructions with pictures. I also think this is a great date night idea. My husband doesn't really like to cook or be in the kitchen at all. He'd rather just go eat out or something, but I've been really trying to get him to do this with me just so we can have some fun one-on-one time, and it's actually worked out really good. We did this past weekend and I think he actually enjoyed it. Also, with all the meals Home Chef offers, they take 30 minutes or less, which is really fast and easy and nice too. So I can't recommend them enough. Today I am eating the fig and goat cheese flatbread. It seriously looks as good as it tastes. But if you guys want to try out Home Chef for yourself, you can use my code Caitlyn30free to get $30 off your first box. So I'll leave a link down below so you guys can easily access Home Chef and check it out. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this Q&A. Okay, so I asked you guys on Instagram to give me questions. I did 2 rounds of this. The first time they were good questions, which I'm gonna answer some of them, but I wanted some juicy questions, so I did it twice. I put up a questionnaire twice. So let's start with some of the rated PG questions. Favorite thing about being a mom, stay-at-home mom? Probably being able to teach my daughter myself. I really enjoy being able to sit down and teach her the alphabet and numbers and counting and stuff like that. And I know it would be a lot more challenging if I wasn't able to stay at home with her. Has anybody guessed your Christmas announcement yet? So, one person guessed it, one person. I'm not gonna say who. I treated the comment just like I treat everybody else's, but yes, one person has guessed my Christmas announcement. Lots of questions about that actually. It's gonna be public to my family on Christmas Day. So I'm hoping to get a video up for you guys the following day. I might even actually pre-record something explaining what it is and share that on Christmas Day. But I don't know, do you guys want to see a video on Christmas Day? I don't know if I feel like people are going to be so busy, they're not going to have time to watch. So let me know down in the comments, would you want to find out Christmas Day and I could post it live once the surprise is out with my family, or would you rather just wait until the day after Christmas? Okay, oh my god, I hope I'm not too late. What shampoo do you use to keep the color maintained? Let me go grab it. All right, so the brands that I use to keep my hair from going brassy, it's Fanola. And Fanola is seriously the best purple shampoo I've ever used in my life. It's very pigmented, so you have to be careful. If your hair is very porous, then it will take to it really fast. And mine is, so if you leave it on too long, it will turn your hair purple. So be careful because you guys have seen my hair purple before. But this is the one I'm currently using. It's the No Yellow shampoo. So I will just put like a good handful in my hand, rub it all around my hair, and then I don't let it sit or anything. I just wash it really good, maybe 60 seconds, and then I rinse it out. I do this once a week. So let me show you guys exactly what it is. So this stuff works amazing. They also actually just sent me these, which I have not used yet, but this is their new, I think it's vegan or something, I don't know. But it's a mask, and there's a shampoo. Wait, this is the shampoo and then this is a mask. To be honest, I don't know what a mask is, so somebody knows, comment below. This is so good. Do you feel pressured to be more on top of life? For example, how you look, your home, etc. because of YouTube? Absolutely, I sure do, and I feel like YouTube actually holds me accountable. You guys have seen me not together, like you've seen me with no makeup, my hair not done, but you've also seen me more than likely put together. To be honest, it's not the best feeling to edit yourself when you look like crap. And that's just, I mean, that's just the truth. It's not fun. But at the same time, I want to show you guys both sides to life because I don't look put together every single day and I don't want you guys to think I do. So I try to keep it balanced. And then with my house, I don't always show you the messy parts. Just remember, this camera is like this this big. You see this much space. You guys should see, let me just show you actually. You should see what my living room looks like right now. So here's what my living room looks like. Okay. That is what is going on here. Yeah, this is what you guys don't see. It looks all nice and put together back here, but the reality of it, it's not. So just remember that. Whatever you see on social media, it's not always what it seems. Lots of questions about how I'm handling discipline and Scarlett's tantrums. Well, let me tell you, I wish I had a magic answer to that, but I don't. I've been struggling. My husband and I have been struggling dealing with her tantrums a lot. You guys know she's a very strong-willed child, and timeouts have not really been working. We try to be consistent with them, but it's just, it doesn't affect her. The best thing that affects her is saying like things like, I'm gonna take Lilac, her stuffed animal, and I'm gonna put it away for a while and you can get this back when you're ready to be a good girl. So that actually has been working really well. So if they have a special item they like or something they're playing with, that has been like the key to discipline right now. And that is just currently the way we're handling discipline, is just getting rewards and taking away things. Is this the way I wanted to discipline? No, probably not, but it's just, I mean, it's just what's working. Baby number 2, I'm just waiting on my husband. He's not ready and I'm not pushing him. So whenever he says he's ready, I'm ready. Is your natural hair color darker? Your sisters all have dark hair. So my natural hair is like a dirty blonde, and all of my sisters' hair is a dirty blonde. My sisters just dyed their hair dark. Yeah, they just go darker, I go lighter. How many kids do you want? Seems like a lot of YouTube mamas want lots, but I like 2, LOL. I like 2 as well. I do not want more than 2 kids. Period. I would be completely fine getting my tubes tied at 2 kids. When did Scarlett start speaking? And what did you find most helpful in teaching her? I've answered this question so many times, but I'll briefly touch on this because there's a lot of questions about that. She started talking really, like repeating words really well, I think at 18 months or around 18 months. And the main way I got her to repeat after me and to learn words was by verbally saying the word 3 times. If she was looking at a ball, I would say, Scarlett, that's a ball. Can you say ball? And then she'd try to say it and I'd say, yeah, that's right, you said ball. Toddlers and children learn by repetition. So the more you can say the word over and over, hopefully they're gonna catch on. So it may be different for other kids, but that's just how it worked for us. Is Scarlett attached to her Slumberkins? Yes, Lilac is her life. Favorite makeup foundation? Estee Lauder Double Wear. I wear the tone Cool Bone 102, I believe, and I actually need to go buy some more, but it is hands down the best foundation I've ever used. What is it like living so far from your family? Has it grown your relationship or added strain? Definitely not strain. I think it's made us appreciate each other more, so I think I would say it's grown our relationship. If you weren't on YouTube, what would you be doing? I would probably still be working in the behavioral health field. Before YouTube and before being a stay-at-home mom, I worked as a case manager for a behavioral health agency for kids, and I worked with kids who had intensive behavioral health needs. So there was like the low needs kids, and then there was the high behaviored kids, the kids who needed a lot more support. And those are the kids that I managed, and I arranged therapy and set up services. It was a lot. It was challenging. There was some really sad situations I was put in, but I'm so happy that I did do that. I worked there for 2 years and I learned so much just about life in general. And I think it made me appreciate how I grew up more. And I mean, it's so hard. Some of these kids, it's so hard what they've been through at such a young age. Next question is, how many hours a week do you work on YouTube? God, I don't know. Let me think about this. I probably spend about 1.5 hours to 2 hours every single night working on either editing or comments or replying to emails, maybe even more than that. And then I spend every nap time, like literally right now, at least every nap time, I honestly would say at least 5 hours a day, if not more. I mean, that doesn't even count like if I'm vlogging or something. You're just constantly thinking about creating content and how you're going to structure this vlog and how you're going to structure this video and just new ideas. Like, I feel like it's really hard to shut it off. I honestly could probably say I put in at least 35 hours a week, if not more, to social media. However, I will say it doesn't feel like work because half the time I'm responding to comments or interacting with you guys or just having fun on my Instagram stories or something like that. So it doesn't really feel like work to me. But if you wanted to add it up, I would say it's probably around that. I know that's hard to believe. People don't understand how much work you actually put in to a YouTube channel when you have it or an Instagram account when you have it, but it is more than you realize. How long are you going to do YouTube? I don't know. Probably here in a couple years, which I'm planning on doing YouTube as long as I still feel passionate about what I'm doing. In a couple years, I'll probably have some kind of content change. I don't know what direction. I'm sure I'll figure that out as I go, but I don't really want to be, I don't know, sharing all of my life when Scarlett starts going to school. I feel like at that point there needs to be a little bit more privacy. I don't know. It's hard to say where my life's going to be in a couple years, but how I'm feeling at this moment, I will want to do a content change around when she goes to school. What is your biggest fear for trying to get pregnant with baby number 2? I don't know. I really don't have a fear. My husband does, and I guess it does kind of worry me too, but we dealt with a lot with Scarlett, and hip dysplasia is genetic, and so there's always that chance that baby number 2 could also have hip dysplasia, and just going through that again, I don't even want to deal with it again, honestly. That doesn't mean I don't want another baby. Like I still want another baby. It's not, hip dysplasia is not the end of the world, but going through that and then her plagiocephaly and torticollis and dealing with all of those like medical things that kept happening with Scarlett, I think that kind of scared my husband, and as it should, especially for being a first-time parent. And I just don't know if we're quite ready to possibly have to deal with stuff like that again. But I will say, I can become ready really fast as soon as he gives me the go-ahead. Those are all the questions I'm gonna answer from the PG questions. Let's go to the rated R questions. And I just wanna say, I've read through some of these questions and you guys are sick. So I just wanna make something clear. My grandma watches these videos, and I don't know how comfortable I feel about talking about some of this stuff, so I will share as much as I can without making it super awkward for my family. Prior to making money on social media, did you feel guilty spending the money Ty made on yourself? Yes, I did. There was 3 months of my life where I was living off of Ty, and I know when you're married, it's your money, you share the money, whatever. But I have never, like, as long as I can remember, I started working, I washed dishes on the weekends at 5 o'clock in the morning. I think I was 13 or 14. I was super young. One of my really good friends growing up, her family owned they owned a restaurant, and so I got a job there, and they were amazing. It was so nice being able to work there, but I worked on the weekends and I made my own money, and I bought my own items. If I wanted to get my hair done, I paid for that. Like, my parents didn't pay for those things for me. I also had to save up money to buy my own car. I was actually given a car, actually. It was a '89 Jeep Cherokee with gold rims. It was real good, let me tell you. I was given the car, and that was given to me by my grandma. However, I did not get to drive the car until I had saved up $1,000. So I constantly had to work for everything that I had, and I think at the time I was really frustrated because I'd see a lot of my friends and they wouldn't have to work as much, and you know, their parents would pay for their gas or whatever, and it would be really frustrating to me because I felt angry at my parents. I'm like, why don't they do this for me, blah blah blah. But I get it now. I totally get it. And if my mom's watching this, thank you, Mom. You taught me so much about being a hard worker, and it really did set me up for life. I really think it helped set me up for success and gave me a good work ethic. So yeah, where was I going with this? What was the question even? Oh, so what I was trying to say, my point I'm trying to make is that with those 3 months that I was a stay-at-home mom, actually it was longer than that, because you don't start making money from YouTube immediately. So when I was a stay-at-home mom and I was living off of Ty, I didn't really buy things for myself. I didn't get my hair done. I didn't buy new clothes. I didn't get my nails done. I didn't do anything for myself because I felt bad. And I know if I would have came to him and said, like, I really want to do this, he would have been totally supportive. But myself being the person that I am and always supporting myself it was a little bit of an adjustment for me. And honestly, if I wasn't bringing in an income, because I do make money from YouTube and from Instagram, if I wasn't bringing in an income, I don't personally think I could do that. I think I'm always the kind of person who's gonna have to provide somehow, even though he's the main provider for our home. I think that I'm always going to have to help in some way because that's just who I am. So lots of questions about my sex life. I don't know why y'all wanna know that, but let's just say it's very healthy. Have you ever been in trouble with the police? No, I haven't. I mean, I tested the limits when I was a kid in high school, not in college, in high school. There was one time where The police brought me back to my house. They drove me home, but I wasn't like in trouble or anything. The person I was with was in trouble. I just got a ride home. They even pulled to the side of my house and let me sneak back in my house. It worked out great. I will forever thank that policeman. I've never gotten in trouble with the law. I've never gotten a speeding ticket. I've never had a citation or anything like that. But I did when I was in high school. I snuck out a lot. I'd go see boys, and I was a little rebellious in that sense, but never with like, I mean, I would drink. I experimented with alcohol a lot, but never drugs. Like I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. Why isn't Ty ready for another baby? I don't know, ask him. Did you always know Ty was the one? No, actually he tried messaging me like months before I even met him, and I completely ignored him because I'm like, who is this weirdo? Thank you, next. But when I met him, I was like, okay, you're kind of cool. Not juicy, just curious. Does Scarlett still go to that drop-in daycare anymore? I freaking wish she did, but no, she does not. They filled up and they do not have spots for drop-in kids anymore, at least in her age. And so no, she does not go. What are the main things that keep you up at night? Nothing. I'm like a really good sleeper. I honestly have no trouble sleeping at all. I can lay down, turn the TV on, and I'm asleep within 10 minutes. So thankfully, I do not have trouble sleeping. Do you feel like a single mama sometimes? Yes, I do, actually. Yes, I do. It's actually gotten a lot better. Ty's able to be home a lot more now than he was, but when Scarlett was a newborn, Ty was working like 10-hour days and he was commuting over an hour, so that is 12-hour days. And the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 months of Scarlett's life and Scarlett being a newborn, I felt like a single mom. And it was really hard. And if you're a single mom, I give you full credit. You are absolutely amazing. I cannot imagine doing it every day by myself. Would you ever get plastic surgery? Yeah, I want a boob job so bad. I don't know if I ever will. This question's a little bit more PG. How often do you and your husband find time for relations? I know I asked you guys for juicy questions, and I'm sorry, I really want to answer some of these, but like I said, got family watching this, which makes things a little bit awkward. But to answer this question a lot, like once a day. How old are both of you? I am 26 and Ty is going to be 29 in January. Who has the higher sex drive? Definitely my husband. Have you ever, whoa, I can't answer that question. When did you start YouTube and how long did it take you until you felt like you were doing well? It probably took me a year before I felt like I kind of knew what I was doing, although I still don't really know what I'm doing. I'm still just trying to figure things out. But I started YouTube when Scarlett was 3 months old. So that was in like March of 2017, I think. What's the worst thing that's happened to you? I would say there's maybe 2 things that are the worst thing that's ever happened to me. God, I don't want to get sentimental here, but when I was a freshman in college, no, in high school, freshman in high school, I experienced my 3-year-old cousin who I was really close with. She passed away, and that was by far, and it was unexpectedly, but that was by far the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life. And as a person, her name is Reagan. I've talked about her on here before, and she will always have a special place in my heart. And I have, my tattoo is actually in memory of her. I have a little princess crown tattoo, like on the left side of my stomach. And do you guys want to see it? I'll show you, hold on. I don't think I've ever showed my tattoo. So I got this when I was, I think 15 or 16, and I've never got it touched up, but that, that's what it looks like. But yes, that was the hardest thing I've ever been through. I think the second hardest thing I've ever been through is, never talked about this before, but my biological dad, which who knows if they watch these videos, I don't really know, completely shutting me out of his life. Almost 2 years ago. He's never met my daughter. I'm blocked from social media, and I feel like the way he sees me as this awful person who doesn't want anything to do with him or with his family. And from what I've heard from other people, reliable sources, is that I have just been made out to be this awful person to him and his family. And I say his family because he's married and he has 3 other kids who are my siblings, and I haven't seen them for probably 5 years. I don't even know. And they're young kids too. And so I think just trying to accept the fact that that relationship is over and gone, and it's it's just time to move on. To be honest, I don't really know what happened. Everything was fine with me and my dad, like we were getting along, things were fine, and then all of a sudden we just lost touch. And maybe I should have called, but I kind of lost it after I didn't hear from him for Scarlett's first birthday. I think what did it for me was when I found out that I had been blocked and basically shut out of the family, the way I felt and the way I see it. So honestly, that part of my life is over and I'm ready to move on, and he's made it very clear that he does not want anything to do with me or my daughter, and he has his own family, and that's fine. So yeah, that sucks. That's been hard for me to deal with. We've always had our issues, like growing up and everything. We've never had the best relationship. It's always been distant, but it's non-existent now. And I think just accepting the fact that it's no longer there's no relationship, and trying not to like hold on to that hope and just letting it go, I think it's given me a sense of relief and comfort, and I don't have time to dwell on it anymore or to even think about it anymore, even though I think about it a lot. But I know a lot of you guys have asked me, like, when you find out that my stepdad is my stepdad, you're like, what? Like, what do you mean? I haven't physically seen my biological dad. I haven't seen him since, I mean, it's been 3.5 years. I haven't talked to him for 2 years, almost 2 years. And I know I've never shared that, and it's a very touchy subject, and I don't know if I'm still like fully ready to talk about it because I just don't want to think about it. I really want to do a Draw My Life. I want to do one of those videos, and I saw somebody I love following, Brianna K. She did her Draw My Life video and I loved it. Maybe someday I'll do my own too. I feel like I could benefit from creating it myself. I feel like it would therapeutically help me too, but maybe someday I'll go into more detail about all of this. I don't think I'm quite ready to completely open up yet. Are you a hugger, like one to really hug when you meet somebody? I'm totally a hugger. I hug way too much. Like sometimes I'm like, why did I just hug that person? Like, that's weird, Caitlyn. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done in a video? Probably when I mispronounce things. It's like in the moment, I don't think twice about it and I just read something off and I'm like, oh my God, that's not, like if you sit and think about it, that's not how it goes. I think the main thing I'm thinking of is the one time I was showing you guys the NYX lingerie lip gloss and I called it like, what did I call it? Lingerie or something. And I'm like, you guys are cracking up about it in the comments. It was so freaking funny, but I was like, oh my God, like why did I call it that? I knew that, but it's like sometimes you just don't process that when you're trying to film, and I don't know, there's so much going on that you guys don't realize behind the camera and that you're trying to do and trying to keep the camera in focus and everything like that, that sometimes the words just don't come out correctly. And that was one of those times. So I think when I accidentally mispronounce something and I know the answer to that, or I use the wrong form of vocabulary and then somebody calls me out on that and I'm like, girl, calm down. Like, I know. That's just not how I said it. It didn't come out that way. So I think probably those are the main times where I'm like, come on, Caitlyn, like get it together. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap this up and call that quits for today's Q&A. I always let these videos get way too long, so I don't wanna go on any further, but I try to do these every 6 weeks or so. So if you guys enjoyed this Q&A, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, I have one piece left of my Home Chef, which I'm gonna finish eating now. But if you guys wanna check out Home Chef, there'll be a link down below in the description box with my coupon code Caitlyn30 free to get $30 off your first box. If you guys are new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, so make sure to hit that red subscribe button before you leave this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.